All right. Well, hello to everyone on YouTube. It's Chris Warehouse. Welcome back. I'm with Mike and Yikes. Obviously, we'll do our intro first.
Indeed, we are with Yikes. This is the first collab that Yikes has done with us and the first one we've done with Yikes. And today, Yikes has many questions to ask about Trump and crypto that we're going to go through together. We're going to talk about what impact it's going to have on Bitcoin. We're going to talk about how it's going to affect ETF applications. We're going to talk about how it's going to affect global liquidity. We're going to talk about interest rates and all of those good things that you need to know just how high you think Bitcoin is going to go in this bull run and how big your bags are going to grow in this bull run. Now, this is Yikes' stream, not ours. I'm not going to take over, but Yikes is going to ask the questions, hopefully, and then between the three of us, we'll try and give you our knowledge on where we think everything is going to go. So first of all, Yikes, thank you so much for inviting us over to your channel.
Thank you, Mike, for coming. Thanks for an introduction. Today we'll talk about the U.S. election and Donald Trump and how does this election and Trump affect the crypto markets. And I think you're the right person to talk with about it.
Well, we can try. I've made a video today for the Crypto Warehouse OGs, and I called it Donald's Ducks. Okay, obviously it's a play on words because of Donald Duck, but there are different aspects of just not just crypto, but the financial markets that if Donald Trump and America gets them right, then Bitcoin and crypto is going to go higher than anybody watching is going to imagine.
100%.
Okay,
100%.
Even me. And I'm very conservative, Yikes. So the first question I've got for you really is, from your position, what have you heard about the election? How did you see Kamala? How did you see Donald? What were your impressions of it? Or did you not really see a lot about it?
I've seen a lot of tweets on Twitter only. That's what I know, like about the election, about Kamala and Trump.
What was the impression that you got from those tweets? Did you think that Trump was going to win? Did you think Kamala was going to win? Was it 50-50?
I seen that a lot of media, like US media companies, supporting Kamala, and they don't really like Trump. They don't want to do like anything with Trump. They showing Trump as a really, really bad guy.
Yeah.
Telling this.
Yeah, I think that's the overall impression, that everybody in America that woke up in the morning thought, we've been told all of these things about Donald Trump, and somehow he's got 5 million more votes than Kamala Harris, and we don't know what's gone wrong. So I think the media in America were very pro-Harris, very pro-Democrat, and that didn't help. That didn't help their campaign. They had Beyonce. They had what were the?
It was a horrible campaign. I mean, they had a Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I think what they did, they kind of sectioned their demographic into each and every kind of talk they did, because obviously depending where Kamala went, she spoke in different accents. Number one, her speech was the exact same mannerisms. She spoke in different accents. She got different people out. So she went to one of the places where predominantly black people went to talk, and they brought out black rappers. And I think the main thing as well is the fact that the demographic they're trying to bring along into their party is majoritively on Twitter and on these places like TikTok as well. So I think even though we saw so much support by Kamala, I do think that kind of difference there with demographics of who's going to be voting for who definitely helps towards Trump actually winning. But yeah, it was, the rappers, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, I don't know why she did that. It's stupid.
No, absolutely. I mean, did you manage to catch any of the performances or on X of some of these rappers?
Not really.
Okay, so on a couple of the events, in Milwaukee, wherever, one of the rappers sang a song that like every third word was a swear word. Yeah. So she literally had to bleep herself as she sang, and it was the most comical thing you've ever seen, really, on the grand scheme of things. But anyway, so Trump has won. And if you're in crypto, as we all are, that's the most important thing, isn't it? Most of us watching are non-Americans. so that the policies won't directly impact us, and we're not going to go off and talk about anything else. So, first impressions, Yikes. The markets like Donald Trump. Yes?
Market go like showed all-time high. Bitcoin showed all-time high, and most of the tokens, most of the coins following the Bitcoin going up, right? And everything happened after Trump won.
Yeah.
Just quick question: am I actually look really red, like my face? Because I see like I'm so red for some reason.
No, I mean you're fine on the Google Meet.
No,
Fine.
you look good.
Okay.
Fine.
You look good. You look good. There's no saturation there. The markets did indeed
Yes.
pump, and there's a couple of reasons. If you forget Trump and Kamala for a minute, markets don't like uncertainty. If you go to the dentist, Yikes, and you don't know what you're having done, you're way more nervous than if you know that if you're going to go and have a filling or a checkup. So that's how the markets react to elections. They're in the dentist's waiting room, and then when Kamala or Trump wins, that's the uncertainty gone. They know what has to happen, and then the markets react. So I think we were always going to see a pump. Obviously not as big as we've seen with Donald Trump, but certainly a pump. Now, from your point of view, I'm going to keep asking you the questions. Is your main passion in Web3? Is it Web3 gaming, or are there tokens that you're looking at? How are you playing the crypto markets? Is it something that where you're going to go after a certain niche, or have you got a bag that covers lots of different crypto?
At the moment, right now, it's GameFi. It's only like Web3 games.
Yeah.
Something interesting to me. I like to play games. And recently, I met a couple of projects, and I just realized that AI is actually a really interesting topic.
Yeah.
I always building something new, something interesting.
Yeah.
And about the Trump, let's get back to Trump. But technically, he's not the president for now, right? Yeah.
No.
There's like a long process.
Yeah. So he will be inaugurated. I think it's maybe the 1st or the 2nd of February, something like that, 2025. So what happens now for November, December, and January? There's like a handover, because America's a big place. So the Kamala Harris and the Democrat team and the Trump team, they will sit down to basically hand over power, and that takes a long time. In this case, they've got 3 months to do that. So you're not going to see a lot of the policies that Trump wants to bring in today or tomorrow. This pump that we've seen now is the election.
Response. Yeah,
it's a short-term response. Exactly what.
But there's definitely going to be a slow but steady run up as well. I mean, again, I talked about it on my stream as well. Is the short-term effects of the election was definitely going to have the biggest effect on prices. But I think as well, with what Trump is prospecting himself to do with buying Bitcoin and whatnot for America is anyway. That's definitely, I think, until that happens, the run up to that speculation, buttering himself news type of thing. I think that's definitely going to give a secondary, slow, steady effect on a good bullishness towards the market as a whole before he actually buys that Bitcoin, which is also going to be a big pump as well, unitarily as he buys the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely so much more positive.
What do you think? Trump actually will do something for the crypto, like he'll do something with Bitcoin, or like everything he said was just like to become president to get a people's vote?
No. Cynthia Lummis is one of his team. And if you go back to the Bitcoin conference, Trump stood there and did what Trump does. It's going to be huge. It's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. You guys are the best. We're going to go to the moon. He had basically had a check sheet of things he had to say at that conference, because Trump is not a politician, and he's also an ideas man. He's not a details man. Now, what happened? Everybody focused on what he had to say during that Bitcoin conference, and everyone was like, "Oh, we're really disappointed in what Trump's had to say." And Robert Kennedy, he was far better spoken at that conference than Trump was, but they missed the point. Cynthia Lummis is the one that's been working on the US Bitcoin Strategic Reserve. And what that means, yikes, very simply is they're going to buy 200,000 Bitcoin every year for the next, they said 5 years, but I think it's going to be 4 years because I think they already own about 200,000 Bitcoin. So Trump says a lot of things, okay? There's an old saying, how do you know a politician is lying? Their lips are moving, okay? So yes, politicians can tell porcupines to get into power. But in the case of Trump, it's not just Trump anymore. It's Robert Kennedy, it's Vivek, it's Elon Musk. He's also talking about bringing in Tucker Carlson. He's talking about bringing in Tulsi Gabbard. And there's a few other people as well that are going to be part of his team. The first chief of staff, first female chief of staff is going to be brought in. She's been with him all along. So it's not Trump you should look at. Trump is the shiny silver ghost that's on the front of the Rolls Royce. That's what he is. He's the figurehead. But everybody else in the team, they're the ones that are actually going to get things done. Elon Musk is going to take over and get rid of as much of the waste as possible. And Cynthia Lummis is going to be in charge of the strategic reserve. So although you can say most politicians just say things to get into power, this Bitcoin reserve will give America over 5% of the total supply of Bitcoin that there will ever be. Okay, they already own, I think, 1%. They're going to aim to own 5 to 6% of the total Bitcoin supply. So this is massive. You cannot underestimate what's just happened. Okay, there is no bearish scenario in this. This is like getting all of your Christmas presents at once, yikes. Everything we would want to happen is about to happen. Robert Kennedy, Vivek, J.D. Vance, they all hold Bitcoin. So we have an American government that are Bitcoin holders. What more could we want? I mean, I know how this sounds. It sounds very, very bullish, yikes. But that's where we are. That's why the markets are at $76,000. I'll ask Brogan in a second where he thinks we're going to be at the end of the year for Bitcoin. Or whether we're going to retrace from here. But from your point of view, has this been a surprise? Has this pump to this price been a surprise, or were you expecting this?
To be honest, after the election, I expected like big higher. I would say not 76, maybe like close to 80, 85.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Until the end of the year, like 100,000. Is it possible?
I don't know. Oracle.
Yeah, okay, well, some of my prices, I do have 85 to 90K is one, and then it's 104K for another. So towards, obviously the pump, you know, we hoped for 85 to 76, but we are still in the process, you know, bringing it back to not a external aspect, which is obviously the election and everything going on currently. Going back to just the charts, it was that big flag we had, which had that line all the way up to 85K towards 90K. So we're still in that process. We haven't slowed down. So as I still see it, I still think we're going to be going upwards towards that area, you know, towards 85, 90K. Some point soon, we'll be getting there. However long it takes or however we move there, we're going to be getting towards that, I reckon. Yeah. So I still think we have a bit higher, like you said, Yikes, towards 85K, 90K, or 80K, like you said.
So just checking the stream. Sorry, Yikes. Just making sure we were on. So you've got a target of what? You think we could be at 100,000 by the end of the year?
Yeah, but actually I think we could reach $100,000 like a long time ago, if not all these things were happening in the world right now.
Yeah. I mean, that's been a... Bitcoin, Bitcoin doesn't need an excuse to go up. It just needs excuses to go down. So if you look in the history of the price of Bitcoin as it's gone up over the last 4 or 5 years, what's been the real dips in Bitcoin? You've seen Eastern Europe. You've seen the pandemic. The pandemic was the biggest one. I don't even... Where did we go down to? Was it 6 or 9,000?
Somewhere in that area. It was close to 10K, I know that.
Yeah. So you're right. Bitcoin should have been probably up towards 100,000 by now. but again, with all of the money that's coming in, there's always going to be sell pressure along the way. And the money makers, they like to use all of these different events to, sell their top, wait for you to panic, and then sell your Bitcoin, and then the price come down, and they buy back more. We've just seen it before the election. We dropped, what did we drop? About $3,000.
So that was, it was.
Yeah.
I can't really, we had a big dump towards the main area. It's like 67 or something. So something like that.
Yeah. So Bitcoin retraced. That was probably the money makers taking the money off the table before the election. Then the election comes through. They bought all the Bitcoin, and now they're up higher. So I think now we need to think about, if we do hit 100,000 by the end of the year, where do we go next year? Because there's more to this election than just Bitcoin. One of the other things that's going to happen, Yikes, is the head of the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, is Gary Gensler, as we all know. He is going to have to step down in February when Trump becomes the next president of America. Trump will then appoint his own man or woman, Hester Pierce or somebody like that. And then that person is likely, although this isn't written in stone, to drop all of the court cases against the exchanges which are going on. XRP's court case will probably be dropped. And then we're going to see more ETFs. Solana maybe we see XRP ETFs. Do you, from your point of view, is there any kind of, are there any other assets outside of Bitcoin that you think are going to have a great bull run? Now we've got Trump in power.
Because of Trump, yeah?
Yeah, so we've got Trump now. Bitcoin goes to $100,000 by the end of the year. If you've got to pick 3 or 4 cryptos that are going to go with Bitcoin this next 2 months, what would you be picking to go with Bitcoin? What do you think is going to pump? BNB, Solana, XRP? What would you be looking to buy now?
I'll say ADA.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me, like looking good always. Yeah. Not sure about Solana, honestly.
Well, we've just broken $200 on Solana.
Yeah.
So
yeah, today.
Yeah, it's gone a little bit high. ADA's a good pick as well. Have you looked at any AI tokens? I know you mentioned AI and gaming before. Are there any other AI projects that you've looked at, coins that you've looked at?
No. I just check some projects and what they do, and it's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I'll give you some picks.
Tokens, I'm not sure. AI not showing good any results in the market. They can make a good product, but tokens are dumping, going down. Don't buy them.
Yeah, they're very strict to usage in terms of their tokens. It's not more so like Bitcoin, or obviously Ethereum is very usage heavy. It actually has reason, but with Bitcoin it's more about the value. But like you're saying with these AI tokens, it's you strictly only really hold them to use it in the AI. Not many people in crypto are going to be using the actual AI themselves. They don't really know, not a lot of people care. So no, yeah, it's not really a sphere of a coin where I expect it to really pump, like you're saying, Max. So I was agreeing.
Actually, it's kind of the same with the GameFi tokens.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of bad always.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the gaming tokens, if you had to pick 3 gaming tokens for next year, what would those 3 gaming tokens be that you would pick? Would you go for IMX or Gala or Big Time? What would your 3, if you had to pick 3 gaming tokens, what would they be?
Ooh, I wouldn't pick any.
Do you know what? That's a fair answer.
They're really bad.
I agree, for what it's worth. I think gaming is the next bull run. So I think gaming needs maybe another few years.
Yeah.
Epic Games getting in on Web3 tech. What other ones we mentioned? Riot.
Yeah, I think GTA 6 had something with it. I don't know if it's confirmed deeply in the game, but I know GTA. I mean, again, games, anything actual decent will take many years to develop. So
Yeah.
I think we're on the cusp of it. I mean, obviously, I'm not. I know you're more professional than me, Alex. I don't know what your opinion on it is, but in terms of how long left, or if we are seeing it right now, in terms of truly seeing that AAA aspect. Like, I know we have like Star Atlas. I don't know if you have any other games, but things where how long do you reckon it's going to take, if it is right now, until we see actual like proper good games like we see, in the normal Web 2 space? In your opinion?
I think we're not going to see them. I think like we got some Web 2 developer like Rockstar
Yeah.
do something like in the Web 3 space.
And
But you've seen all Web 3 games from the Web 3 developers. They all like okay,
Yeah,
some playable games, but nothing like wow, some AAA experience, something like that.
100%. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are built on the aspect of like MMOs and marketplace. I think that's probably one of the best monetizable aspects of Web3 games is that marketplace where you like gather resources. And I think, like you were saying, you don't really see any games like WoW or any true good MMOs you would play. I mean, I think they need to. I think a lot of Web3 games are Web3 heavy first rather than the game first. I think they focus too much on trying to get that Web3 aspect involved rather than making a game people want to play and then incorporating Web3.
Yeah.
Because developers can see like what people doing right now, what games they are playing, and what's the most popular games right now. Type of game.
Yeah.
Just name it.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite and all those ones.
FPS games.
Web3.
Oh, Web3.
Web3 games.
Oh. There is the only one I've heard about. Is it called The Other Side, or Over the Side, or something like that? The brand new one that's come out that everybody's talking about.
Maybe, but how many players are there? How many users are there? There could be a couple of thousand, maybe.
Yeah.
But check how many people play in these top games in Telegram.
Yeah.
Millions.
Yeah.
People going crazy.
Yeah.
And developers can see that, and they're just making some top games on Telegram.
Yeah.
They earn some money. It's simple games. People like it. That's it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think I've been very disparaging. I've been very negative about these tap to earn games on Telegram. And the reason is that when you have one, or you have 10, or you have 20, they can make you money because you're the first adopters to those types of games. But then when you're on your 10,000th tap to earn game, the novelty's gone and the money has gone. So I don't see a future for tap to earn games because I think it's a race to zero. They'll work if you go, like you were saying before about Web 2 brands going to crypto. I know we're going off the topic of Trump for a little bit. But the gaming industry that's what I'm trying to get to. It's going to explode in America within Trump's tenure. So it's important to obviously include AI, gaming, as well as Bitcoin and Ethereum, things like that. So it's important to understand where we are with gaming, is what I'm trying to say.
And I know Trump isn't the main head of Project 2025. I know that's a big thing everyone's complaining about. But I have seen him talk about the violence in video games. And I know, obviously, depending on what you play or not play.
Yeah.
But I know I've seen him talk. I don't know how long it was, and if it's recent or not. But I know I have seen him talk about the worries he has of violence in video games and whatnot, which was obviously a conversation we've had ages ago, which kind of resolved itself. So obviously not to say he's going to ruin games, but just bringing it back to politics, I do think he has said something about not agreeing with the violence in video games. So, But anyway.
There's actually some people who can help him, like to promote the gaming in general. We all know that Elon Musk always playing some games. He's a big fan of Diablo, I think.
Yeah.
He's live streaming on Twitter also.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like top 20 in the world, I think he is now. So he's a big game guy. So hopefully, like you said, he can sway that a bit.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be a big industry. I think AI is going to be a big industry. The one thing I would suggest that you go and look at, because I think you'll love it, is Near Protocol. And the reason I say that is About 6 months ago, the CTO of NVIDIA demonstrated an interactive NPC in a game.
Yes.
And he had a conversation with this NPC where he talked to it. And the NPC had a story. And the story was revealed as you asked it questions. And I think with Trump in power, the reason it's important is innovation has been stifled in America for the last 3 years. Not stifled completely, but held back. And I think gaming is a perfect example of that. And AI is coming into gaming, and then that's going to come at the other end. You're probably going to see AI in Grand Theft Auto, for example, will probably have some level of AI. Star Atlas will have some level of AI. So I think it all converges. So when you were saying before about Web 2 games having 600 million users and Web 3 games having 2,000 users, you're right. But I think we're going to do this, and we're going to meet in the middle, if that makes sense.
Web 3 games right now, developers trying to do something simple. They're not actually trying to create great product that people will enjoy. All what people want is to get something from it. That's why they're spending like hours every day just tapping something on Telegram to get like a couple of dollars. Then, and I don't like it at all.
No,
I mean, we just need one game that people will enjoy playing without like the goal, like to get something from it, to farm some tokens, points, just to enjoy it.
Yeah. Again, you said before about what are the most popular games. We've talked on here before about if we were a Web3 game development company here, myself and the Oracle, I'd say to the Oracle, go and get me the 20 most popular games in the world. Minecraft, Mario Kart, I don't know, I'm showing my age, Sonic, Fortnite, and I would say, right, which of those games can we make in Web3? That would be how I would start, rather than starting from the point of view of doing a cash grab, which a lot of people have done, and they've taken their money and run away and damaged the industry. So can you see anybody, like in terms of America, now we've got Trump, can you see anybody in America starting to make any kind of progress with gaming? Is there anybody on the horizon that we should be looking out for?
It's a good question.
I don't know. I'm not trying to put you on the spot. I was just thinking if there was anybody working with Rockstar, working with Riot, working with Epic, is there anybody coming up?
Not really. You mentioned Nier before,
yes.
And I just remember I have some people from Nier, and if they're doing something interesting like in the gameplay, we can do like some kind of AMA together, and just ask for some prototypes, some videos, some betas, what they're doing.
Yeah, that would be good. I mean, I think they're the biggest AI project in crypto at the minute. I think they've got a $5 or $6 billion market cap. So they are one of the bigger ones. Then you've got ASI, and then you've got Render and things like that, which aren't really gaming. They're more AI products and things like that. So, but yeah, that would be great. Now, back to Trump for a second. So, and I'm going to put you on the spot. Now we've got Trump. You said 100,000 by the end of the year. Where do you think we're going to go to? Where do you think Bitcoin could go to at the end of the bull run? And what month do you think it's going to be? When do you think the end of this bull run is going to be?
So we can say that the bull run already started right now.
Yep. How long's it got left, do you think, in your opinion?
To be honest, I don't think like this is like actual bull run right now. You just have to wait a bit more.
Yeah.
A bit longer.
Okay.
And I expect something Bitcoin price around, I want to see at least at 150.
That's a good target.
Yeah, I think I've got something similar.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what my ones are. I think I have something in 150 area as well.
Yeah, I've got 140 as a kind of. I'd like to say, with Trump in power, we might go to 160 to 180. But my head says about 140, 150. So that's about the same price that I've got. And I think we're going to be doing it October, November next year. That's traditionally when we get to all-time highs. And then we're going to have to sell and get out, in my opinion. Maybe not sell all the Bitcoin, but sell all of the other coins and things like that, because they only stay at those high prices for 2 months. I think if you measure it from the start to the end, it's roughly 2 calendar months that you get to sell and get out. And that's the entire wick up and wick down. So we're on the same page as far as the price of Bitcoin goes. You said at what, 150?
I can't remember what the exact price is. I've got different ranges, right? So I've got obviously the 90k, one range up to 104k. There's one within like the 140 something, 150k. I think I've got something at 200k as well.
Yeah.
But the main one is about 150k. I can't remember the exact price though.
Yeah, neither can I.
It's there somewhere. I've set up my streams before if someone's paying for my streams.
Do you hold Bitcoin? Do you have some Bitcoins?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've 8 years now, I think I've held Bitcoin for.
I was 11 then, so I've
And
got to
what
get in a bit
is-
later.
What's the percent of a Bitcoin in your portfolio?
Sorry?
Percent of the Bitcoin in your portfolio?
It's about 60%, 50 to 60%, yeah. I've held it for a very long time. I made a video and I broke it all down, how much I've, not numbers-wise, but percentage-wise. And I think between Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's about 70%, something like that, 75%. So I'm very Bitcoin heavy, but I've been Bitcoin heavy for 8 years. I'm not a Bitcoin maxi, but if you have to hold one cryptocurrency for the next 25 years of your life, you would hold Bitcoin, in my opinion, because
100%.
everything else has a competitor or...
So I like it.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you were to say, what could flip Bitcoin? My answer would be nothing. What could flip Ethereum? Solana. What could flip Solana? Sui. So Bitcoin is the apex predator. There's nothing to touch it. And then after that, everything else can be cannibalized by another asset. So I think everybody should hold some Bitcoin. Maybe not 60%, but everybody should have 30-40% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. And as I said, Trump is going to start the strategic reserve. China is mining Bitcoin in other countries. Russia yesterday announced that they are going to use state assets to mine Bitcoin. The UK holds Bitcoin. El Salvador, Bhutan, Argentina is going to look at Bitcoin. If you're not on the same page as the nation states, contagion happens when everybody... Contagion, you'll hear this word. Oh, there's contagion in the markets. It's FOMO. That's what contagion means, but in a different way. So America owns it, China owns it, and Russia owns it. That's the top three. And then you bring in Germany, which stupidly sold all of their Bitcoin. But then you have the UK, maybe 5th or 6th on the list. They hold 120,000, whatever. So I think you need to hold some Bitcoin. And everything after that is personal choice, in my opinion.
And Germany sold, and after that they bought it back, right? Or no?
They didn't buy it back, no. If they'd have held on to their Bitcoin, they'd have made $990 million more.
We're Spearhead. We do have some talk in the chat. I'm not trying to interject only to our YouTube chat, but we do have some mentions. Okay. I think I would be nice to.
All right. Would you want to read out?
Yeah.
I forgot to say, if you've got any questions for Yikes or any questions for us, because I know a lot of these chat comments are to do with Yikes.
Yeah, there's some about games. There's one about Axie Infinity and Luvium. I was going to ask Yikes about his opinion.
Yeah. Go
there's
for
some
it.
talking about their opinions on Bitcoin and whatnot.
Yeah.
So the first part was from Kabir, one of Kabir, shout out to you. Web3 games are developing very slowly. He's talking about Axie Infinity died down, and Illuvium Web3 game, it was doing okay. I did see that, but I think it's died down as well.
Yeah.
What's your opinion? 'Cause I know those are some of the, not the biggest ones, but is in on a surface level when you look in, not as a Web3, maxi, as some people may not be. I think that a lot of the talk was on Illuvium and Axie Infinity. What's your opinions on those games? How do you feel about them?
About what kind of games again?
So like Axie Infinity, there was like a
Axie,
Pokemon one, yeah, and there's
garbage.
Illuvium as well. Maybe the
Illuvium-
big ones, or the outside of big ones.
I mean, Illuvium is okay, but you have to learn like all the techniques, how to play, how to do that, how to make the depth. Axie, like from the beginning, is garbage, absolute garbage, unplayable.
Yeah, it was just the first to get there, to be honest. Yeah, I completely agree.
I mean, yeah, you also have. It's not free to play. You have to invest something first.
Yeah.
You cannot try the game like without investing. I don't like it.
No, I mean, I think I completely agree. Sorry to interrupt. Okay.
No, it's all good. All the games have to provide you access, to some free version to try it.
Yeah.
You just play it and you realize, okay, I like it. Yeah. I will buy some NFTs or something else. Yeah. Or I don't like it. But Illuvium offering this, Axie not.
Yeah.
What else? Well, I think it's not launched yet, but they're gonna be really, really nice game, like an Apex, but Web3 version.
Yeah.
It's not live yet.
Okay.
I played beta, like closed beta. It's really good. It's really good. I think I cannot share all the information about it.
That's good. That's very good. Yeah, I mean, I was just going to agree with you on the investment side of things, where the barrier to entry into Web3 games, it's such a shallow area, Web3 as a whole. Like people trying to get in, whether they be gamers or not. It's that I don't want to invest into this. I know the kind of some comparisons are, if it's a $40 NFT, whatever it is. Games nowadays are used to be £50 or $50. Now they're ramping up to £70. But I think it's definitely I think a lot of people know that 9 times out of 10, when you invest in some of these games, you don't really get your money back. Like, a lot of them aren't really, because the whole sphere of it's like, okay, you can earn tokens, you can earn money in this game.
Yeah.
Realistically, you're not really earning that much money. It's not really gonna change your life playing some of these games. But I think Axie Infinity is one of the first games to get to the position, like a Pokemon type of game. Like it was just one of the first ones. It wasn't really the best one. So no, I completely agree with you. It being garbage. And some of the other things, this might not be a direct question to you guys, but it's talking about opinions on Bitcoin and whatnot. Kabir says Bitcoin max 99k, then alt season will start and Bitcoin will drop. So Kabir thinks 99k is max for Bitcoin. I don't know if that's...
I just want to ask, is there any Bitcoin-based games like Meta and Bitcoin?
I don't believe so. I mean, it's pretty expensive. I know there's the Lightning Network, which kind of compiled it a bit, but I don't think there's anything.
There's nothing yet. The biggest, so you've got the, I don't know what to call it. The biggest prize in crypto right now is to unlock the liquidity in Bitcoin. That's the biggest prize. Nothing comes near it. And Cardano, with their technology, they have partnered with Bitcoin OS to basically run Bitcoin transactions and pay for them in Cardano, and maybe start to offer DeFi through the Cardano blockchain and the Bitcoin blockchain. At that point, when you have another blockchain that can tap into Bitcoin, like Brogan has just said, it's really expensive. There may be games on Cardano that will allow you to tap into Bitcoin directly. But Bitcoin it's slow. It's really slow. And, Stacks are working on their layer 2. You've got the likes of Zeus, which is on Solana, trying to connect Solana SVM up to Bitcoin. And you've got Cardano connecting up to Bitcoin. But we are not anywhere near being able to run any games or anything like that at the minute. What you'd find back in when I first started, you had faucets where you would go to a website and click a button every hour and they would give you sats. and that's about as high as it ever got with Bitcoin. And then everybody went, well, we should go and build games on Polygon. We should go and build games on what was that other blockchain called? There was a gaming specific blockchain that everybody was using.
Like the bee looking one, the yellow. Wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it now. It's top of my head. But
There's Immutable also gaming.
Yeah, a bit, like way like 5 years ago, there was a gaming blockchain as well, and it was like 0.03 cents a transaction, and they tried to build some games on that, mining games, space exploration games, and stuff like that. But again, you want to tap into Bitcoin with DeFi, and once DeFi's tapped in, you can then start to gamify. You gamify Bitcoin if you want. But I don't know, maybe we're only 2 years away from that. Maybe we're only 2 years away from that. It's not far.
Kabir saying as well, you have to use Lightning Network on Bitcoin to play games. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything built on it, but
no,
it'd be the only feasible way of even potentially using Bitcoin for games.
Yeah,
to use it there.
Exactly, and it's expensive.
There's a lot of cheap networks, like Bitcoin Lightning.
Yeah,
I don't know how it works, but like a solution for games.
Exactly. Yeah, it's. I mean, I don't think anyone's really tried it yet. I don't think a lot of people think about Bitcoin as something to be used as utility, like it's like using gold for transactions again. It's like, that was back in the day, maybe, like some of the forces, but nowadays you don't really do that anymore. No.
There's the Lightning Network. There's lots of issues for me. I tried to send 0.1 Bitcoin from one exchange to another. Okay, it would only let me send 0.1 Bitcoin per transaction on the Lightning Network. It wouldn't let me send 0.1 or 0.05. It was 0.01. So I had to send 10 transactions to move my Bitcoin. So maybe that was a limit by the exchange. Maybe that's not a limit on the Lightning Network. Maybe the Lightning Network is meant for small transactions, I know. But it's not fit for purpose, for my opinion. I want to go send my money there. That's all I care about. So yeah, Bitcoin for me, it's the big prize. That's what everybody wants. Gaming wants it. AI wants it. DeFi wants it. Other layer twos want to tap into it. Cardano, Solana want to tap into it. It's like a locked box, and you're just trying to work out the combinations to get that box open. But when it opens and when it's secure, people are going to make a lot of money out of Bitcoin. But we're not there yet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
What about memes? Do you have some memes, maybe Trump-related memes?
There's two big ones. Okay, there's more than two. There's MAGA, Trump MAGA, and is it Trump? And one is sorry,
Trump
and Trump. Yeah, there's those. But when you look at the market cap, when you look at the market caps, there's only really Trump, which I think was 100. Was it 120 million, 150 million, something like that? And what I said a while ago was you hold it, and it might run up during the election, which it did, and then sell it at the election. And I think the Oracle just said before we came on air that Trump's just dumped.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of his simple case of like the whole run up to the. I mean, I was looking at Marga ages ago.
Yeah.
Kind of Reza. Was it not on Marga specifically, but when we were looking at those coins.
Yeah.
That I said at the time that the whole run up to the election is going to be when you're buying in, and coming into the election just before is when you need to sell it. And again, we've had that. On the higher time frame before Marga, it's done this. It's gone up and it's dumped. It's literally just like this. So it might run up again. Obviously, as things start to stir up again, as he actually gets into presidency. But it's one of those things where it was created. There was a Joe Biden one as well. You created, you buy it, you make some money, you leave it. Yeah.
Yeah. There was also there was Harris coin, Kamala coin. There is also one called. It begins with a C? I can't remember the name of it, but there is another. No, it's not called Confederate. There's another one, another meme coin. But the two famous ones have been Trump and MAGA. They've run pretty much for the last 6 months. When he had that incident where they, clipped his ear, it spiked up to about $8, and then it came back down again. You've got to be careful you're not left holding the bags of meme coins, as you know. And Trump winning the election was probably the end of one wave up. And I would imagine that we're going to have another run up before February the 2nd.
Yep.
And the best thing to do would be to sell it the night before or the day before he gets inaugurated. That's when I would sell it again and try and get 2 pumps out of that coin. But if you hold it, it's just going to go up. You've missed it, going to go down, it's going to go up, and you're going to end up holding $100 of MAGA or Trump, and it's going to be worth $10 in a year's time. So you've got to be very careful with meme coins. Politify, I think it's called, which is political meme coins. And outside of that, I think none of them have really reached 100 million. So I would have said Trump and MAGA. And maybe now the price has come down, maybe that's the time to go and have a look at them again, because we have the lull between now and February when the big event happens.
And in general, what about the memes? Do you understand memes? Do you buy them, holding them? Because for me, memes is something that's extremely unpredictable with no use cases at all. It's just a speculation. That's it.
It absolutely is. I have. It's very difficult. I have to talk about memes because everybody talks about memes. The Oracle probably has a better opinion on memes than I do, so I might let the Oracle talk about this because I'm very disparaging about meme coins.
You don't want to talk to me then, because I'm about to rip into them. I mean, I think on every field, I think there's an issue lately with meme coins where a lot of them are starting to not be meme coins. I said this actually on our stream when we were looking at some of the other ones on Crow, where a lot of them start off as memes and then they start to build an ecosystem for themselves and reason to actually use the coin. So, and then at that point, they're not really meme coins. So the only meme coins you see which actually are huge, well, they're actually either starting or have built something in the project, and therefore, in my opinion, not really meme coins anymore, where they actually have a reason to them. I think the true meme coins, you either buy it and sell it really soon after. I don't really think you should ever really hold one unless there's prospects of it, doing something. And at that point, it's not a meme coin, in my opinion. So I think the true purebred meme coins, which is just for the jokes, I don't care. Like they're just trash, most of them. But that's my opinion. Anyway.
And I think they killing the chains.
They don't necessarily they generate a lot of fees for the dexes and the aggregators. So although they give chains a bad reputation, so Solana has a terrible reputation, doesn't it?
Let's talk about Tron. Like before, I can send something from my wallet to another wallet to exchange. I'll pay like a cent or less than 1 cent. Right now, I have to pay like from $2 to $7 for a transaction just for gas.
Wow, that's crazy. And that's because of the volume of meme coins going through that chain.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, I started 2 years ago making videos about meme coins and I bashed them. I said they were all garbage. I called Bonk garbage. I called Pepe garbage. I called them all garbage. And unfortunately, they're just a necessary evil. If we want people to come to crypto and have fun, we need games and we need meme coins. And I don't like them. You clearly don't like them. The Oracle doesn't like them. Nobody really likes them. But the degens, they do. And we have to suffer as a consequence in transaction fees and reputation and things like that. But they are a necessary evil. And when we hit the bull run in June, July next year, you're going to get somebody open up their app and they're going to buy Bitcoin and they're going to buy Ethereum. And then they're going to go and buy Goat or Bonk or Meow or Mog or something like that. And that's the problem. They're going to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and meme coins. So when we talk about how well our projects are going to do, meme coins are probably going to far exceed the majority of meme of projects that we like, because somebody likes a pretty cat. We had a really super intelligent lawyer on the show 6 months ago,
Something like that, yeah.
and she owned Bitcoin and I think she owned a little bit of Ethereum, and then she owned Dog with Hat because she liked the picture of the dog with a hat on.
Yeah.
So that's a lawyer, a highly educated lawyer in a high position, owning Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dog with Hat. So we've lost, yikes. We've lost.
We've lost them all, haven't we?
I met a couple of guys who just become really rich, because of memes, like on the conferences. They showed their wallets, and they just told me how they doing that. They just buying random memes. They just have like $50,000 and like for $5,000, like $10,000, just random memes.
Yeah.
Most of them gonna get scammed. Like they'll get zero from it.
Yeah, they will.
But if one pumped, like this 5K become like 500,000 or like up to $1 million, but you cannot sell like everything.
Yeah, people make trading bots. Like there's scalpers and snipers on. I mean, that's the only place within crypto where there's snipers is within meme coins. So that's how you know it's so bad. Where people are making bots to find the newest coins which have the most volume in 24 hours, and then they go and buy those coins, and then they limit it, and they just scattershot their money until one works, and then that recovers all their losses and then more. It's a sad place. It's a really sad place of crypto meme coins because it's just a full-on gamble. Yeah. It's a social gamble. Yeah. It's just horrible.
I've seen $16 million in memes in one wallet. Just one guy.
That's crazy.
Just owned it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But there is a statistic out there. 2% of meme coins reach a certain market cap. 2%. So 1 in 50. So if you go out and you put $100 into 50 meme coins, one of them will explode. So you've got a 1 in 50 chance of being right. And that's catching all 50 of them at the right time. And to me, you would make more money betting on football matches.
But I think you got better chance on a roulette table.
On a roulette table,
we don't earn as much money. I mean, obviously, that's the thing with these meme coins. It's that leverage you have where it's like you can put in $100 and then get that big old output of like 10 grand or whatever it's going to be, crazy like that. So, where you gamble, you get a 2x, you might go roulette table, you might double your money. With meme coins, it's like you can, put all this money in and shoot it off in 50 different places. But then once that one thing works, it's the mass of money which just gets flooded into these meme coins, which just pumps it like 100x. It's ridiculous. But, it's a fair strategy, I suppose, if people are willing to risk it. But
exactly.
It feels dirty. It's a dirty place. I don't know. Horrible.
Exactly.
But there's a lot of frogs. There's a lot of group of people who's creating memes, promoting them, and there's some people earn some money from it, but usually it's just a team who created the meme and promoted it. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, Kabir said the same thing in chat. They pump it and they dump it.
Yeah.
Simple. A lot of them just pump and dump.
We call them the cabal, which is like an anonymous group of people who control the memes, if you like, and they get calls, shillfluencers, to come on here and say, go and buy coffee with hat. It's going to go to the moon. And at the end of the day, if somebody makes $1 million, what, 1,000, 10,000 people between them have lost $1 million. That's the way you have to look at it.
Yep.
One person winning $16 million, like the case you've just said, that $16 million has come from the pockets of all of the people who were sold the lie. And they've then run off with that $16 million and been a success. Everybody else has failed. So for every one winner, there are 10,000 losers. But you only ever see the winners. You see Ansem being held up there as some kind of like meme god. We don't know whether he's on the inside or not, do we?
So, and again, compared to the same thing. Someone's gain is another loss.
Exactly.
There's another's loss.
Exactly. Yeah. And again, if you have $10,000, take $200, $400, $500 and play with it in memes and go and have some fun. But leave your portfolio in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and those coins, XRP now as well. Don't just go and gamble away your portfolio chasing a dream that's never going to happen.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. Most of these bumps, like meme bumps and dumps, they happen in like with help of Chinese community. It's like one of the strongest community, and who's actually spending their own money, to promote it, and they earn good money from it. But you'll never know when to buy, when to sell, what to buy.
Exactly. And that's why the bots are so prevalent. I mean, there's tons of different bots out there which you can pay for or you can get for free.
Yeah.
Which just scatterstrike, because again, like you said, you'll never know. There'll never be a right time to buy a meme coin.
No.
You'll find a meme coin and think this might blow up. I have a feeling this. There'll always be a reason in your head to say this isn't so much to buy. This is stupid.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there's never a right time to buy.
No. And you end up with bags of worthless coins.
Exactly. Just little.
Some of them are crazy. I met a guy who just created a meme. Just invest like a lot of money. I spent a lot of in marketing and like promotion from KOLs, some Twitter influencers, and he told me just you can buy, send me a wallet. I'll know that's you. I'll let you know when to sell, like before I will sell like what I have, and let's work like this.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a thing called bubble maps, and it's a tool where you can see all of the wallets connected to a coin. You can see all of them on a screen, and you can see which wallets are connected to who, and you can see who sniped the supply when the token gets launched. And you have Crypto Rug Munch, you have Zach XBT, and you have these people trying to catch these types of pump and dumps. And there's so many of them, they just can't keep up. Exactly. They might catch 5, but then 50 of them will get rugged. And when you have somebody like that who'll just rug you, he's probably got a very sophisticated collection of wallets in place to dump simultaneously. So it doesn't. So he can't be tracked, if you know what I mean. So exactly. I'm sure it works for them, but it damages the industry.
How's it called? How's the platform called?
Bubble Maps.
I just want to save it.
It's very good. You can see the wallets held by exchanges. You can see the wallets held by individuals. You can see how those wallets are connected. If it's got little red bubbles and little red lines, they are interconnected wallets, all of that kind of thing. So you're never going to be safe, okay? And obviously we have our rule of thumb. Don't buy a meme coin under $300 million. Try and get a meme coin that's listed on most of the major exchanges. It's never going to get rid of the risk, but it's going to get rid of a lot of the pump and dump risk.
Yeah, exactly. I think Kabir has some inside information, because for the third time in a row, he said, insider info, all these meme profiters. Exact same thing we just said.
Yeah.
But absolutely, Christian. Kabir, sorry. There's tons of people, and as well as storming the castle with an LT instead. Said his reputation is mud, in reference to Anson, which I believe is the guy who's fighting whatever he's doing. 9 times out of 10, these guys are just getting insider information and getting told when to sell. Like you said, Yikes, with your situation, 9 times out of 10, the majority of these people who are advertising these coins are just getting told when to sell, and then they're selling, and then everyone loses. Apart from that,
exactly. It's a terrible industry. That kind of thing needs clamping down on. Yeah, I think, and it'll happen. They get away with it now, but believe you me, 4 or 5 years time, with the advent of AI, people are going to be tracked down, and not all of them, but some of them are going to end up where they belong.
Yep. Exactly. I think it's braver as well.
They'll move somewhere where crypto is not regulated at all.
Yeah. I mean, again, when these new industries come out with these random, obviously like meme fire with all the memes coming out, it's just that there's not enough out there which can catch all these like negative parts, because they're so vastly different, like especially with how you buy them and what goes into them. It's like the Wild West.
It is, but Did you hear about the FBI?
About which one?
So, this is quite an interesting story, yikes. The FBI created its own coin. Did you hear about this?
No.
No, okay. The FBI created its own coin. It minted the coin. It then lured a gang or a cabal of these individuals in to the coin, waited for them to try and dump the coin, and then arrested them all. I think it caught 6 to 8 of these types of individuals, because it's okay thinking this isn't regulated. But in America, they have ancient laws that go back to when telephone lines were invented. The same in the UK. And you can, the Abuse of Telecommunications Act, for example. So any crime you commit over the internet, whether it be in crypto or phoning somebody up or the internet, it falls under this. So they caught 6 of them. Now, I don't believe there's more than 500 or 600 of these different groups of people around the world. Eventually, some of them will be caught. Not all of them, like the Oracle said. Some of them will walk away with a lot of money, but a lot of them are going to be caught. And just because it's not regulated, just because they're getting away with it now, everything is recorded on the blockchain. Whether it's today, 5 years, or 10 years' time, all of that information is still available. So they can be traced in the future. People will get arrested in 5 or 6 years' time for some of these things that they're doing now. Okay? So don't lose faith in the FBI and the Interpol and people like that. They're not going to get away with it forever. And if Ansem is in with them, he will also get himself in trouble.
Exactly.
We don't know that. I'm just saying him as a name, he could get himself in trouble. So for now, they're getting away with it, yikes. They might not get away with it in the future.
Hopefully not.
I hope. There's a lot of problems and make space, like space in general, more safe, like for all kind of investors.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think one of the points I was going to mention is obviously I think doing anything illegal in the aspect of stealing someone's crypto is obviously wrong, but it's probably braver to actually go about the routes of actually trying to do some like social engineering, like calling, like with the they got caught, but the people who stole like $200 million or whatever it was,
The Genesis.
exactly, like they got caught. But it's like no matter where you are, like you were mentioning, there's still so much risk, especially from the average person who might not know about risks and the phony websites you can connect your wallet to. It's definitely like going back to the point of being Wild West. There's definitely aspects of crypto which are really safe, like exchanges and maybe not holding it directly yourself, but there's tons which still needs to be worked on, whether it can be or not, for the average person to then be able to enter into crypto in a safe manner and not get scammed, because it's all over the place. Yeah, it's all over the place.
I believe you also receive a lot of messages from people who's watching your streams about how they got scammed.
Yes.
And usually this scam gonna work only for newbies, so like this,
Exactly.
who just joined crypto space,
Yeah.
who doesn't know much. Just you can tell him, I don't know, send me $1,000 and tomorrow I'll send you 10,000.
Yeah.
He'll send it to you.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think it's definitely like it's the easiest and the worst. I think there's definitely rankings, but going to I think the best one is like that Genesis hack, where like it's a big authoritative person who you're hacking for a ton of money. But I think it's a bit cowardice, like for these new people. They don't have a lot of money. They're getting into crypto for the first time, and they're the easiest targets. You're not getting a lot of money out of it, but then it's ruining their whole experience and never get back in ever again.
Yeah.
And it's just like we were saying, there needs to be a bit more. Again, it's hard because obviously if it's a wallet where you hold your own crypto, it's your own keys, you hold everything. Again, it's your own responsibility. But there needs to be more. There needs to be like a central area for the majority of people to go to, which teaches them about this.
Yeah,
it's definitely it's crucial for the future of crypto.
And we need AI wallets as well.
Yeah.
AI bots where you have your own personal AI bot, and they will hopefully keep your assets safe.
Exactly.
Sort out the transactions. There's so many ways to get people, and I have my own impersonator now on Telegram.
There is
who impersonates me.
There is.
So even I get impersonated.
Little
but the Discord links, the X links, the Telegram links. It's literally walking through a minefield for newbies, for even some of the guys in our Telegram group like Kabir and Kishan and people like that. You have to be so careful, because if Discord gets compromised and you click on that link, you've lost your money, or Telegram, you've lost your money, or X, and it takes one click and then everything's gone if you've kept it in your wallet.
100%. Yep.
But how it works? Hold on.
So what's some of the hacks?
Yeah, but for example, if your wallet is currently locked.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's some of them where, like, obviously you have to confirm the transaction, but again, like a lot of transactions, especially if it's a one-click one, because there's different hacks. It's like you've got ones which impersonate a website where you have to re-sign up with the contract, and then there's ones where there's actual proper vulnerabilities in the actual contracts which are put on the blockchain, which actually have the code which runs the whatever is going to happen. They can be vulnerable, and then let's say you use a website, whatever it may be, where you have the single click transaction where you trust the website. If they get hacked internally, it won't change for you. You can click one time, but then that whole thing's gone. Like there's so many aspects of that where if people aren't careful, they can get hacked. Not even from their fault. Like it's not like it's a funny website. It's not like it's someone trying to trick them. It's generally not even their fault, and they'll click once and they can get hacked because of someone else.
Yeah.
So it's risky. Again, there's a lot of aspects. Again, this isn't just for Web3. This is like for any website. There's, I think this is kind of really off topic, but with a lot of new websites, they get built with there's a lot of libraries out there which have pre-built code, and they can be hacked. And there's just been tons of times where normal websites, big websites, have a random little library in them which is renders an image or whatever. And if that gets hacked, there's tons of companies who get hacked all the time based on something so minute like that. And that is it's no different in crypto, where one of the contracts can get hacked and then everyone gets hacked just for that one little point. So there's definitely a lot of, not bottlenecks, but there's definitely a lot of like single issue areas within crypto where if that goes wrong, everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
But again, that's a fundamental thing.
Right now we're so far away from Trump.
We do need to get back on topic with politics. But again, I mean, this is the future of crypto. We can talk about anything. About Trump. Then what else is there? There's his we should maybe talk about his what he has with his the exchange.
World Liberty Finance.
That's the one. Yeah.
So have you heard of World Liberty Finance? Yikes.
No.
Okay, so the Trump family, so not Donald, but Donald Trump Jr., Barron Trump, and a few others of the families. They've partnered with a previously failed DeFi platform, and they've launched it as World Liberty Finance, and they're launching it under the kind of the Trump umbrella. And I think they got 100,000 people signing up. The website crashed because it was so busy. But my issue is I don't think it should have any. I don't think Donald. I think this is, if Donald Trump has an Achilles heel, it's this website, because if you lose money on this website, it's only connected to his name. And it's going to make him look really bad in 4 years' time or 3 years' time, or whatever it might be. But it's called World Liberty Finance. It's a new product that they've launched where it's you invest your money, I think, in bonds and gilts, American products, and you can earn a yield. That's as much as I know of it because I'm not inside it. But I just think it's terrible timing. He's going to become the president of America. Why does he need to mess around with this when he could just go and buy 500 Bitcoin?
Yeah, the majority of his profit isn't going to be from this. And this is probably going to make more so hurt him than it is going to help him. Because, again, like you're saying, the majority of his money is going to come from buying Bitcoin, whether it be personal or via America itself. But, getting partnered with this exchange and trying to bring it back, it probably isn't going to go well for him at all. And again, he is a businessman first. So he's definitely someone who's going to try and capitalize as much as he can on his fame and his power he has.
Yeah.
And I definitely think this is not the move. But
No.
I guess we'll see, obviously. But yeah, it's not looking very good.
No. So make sure to go and check it out at least, Yikes. So
Bad.
you can see just how bad it is. It looks terrible as well.
Yeah, it's a terrible website. It is awful. But I think, I mean, because what else is there within what Trump has said or done related to crypto?
We've covered Gary Gensler.
Yep.
We've covered
America buying Bitcoin.
We've covered. Sorry.
America buying
Yeah,
Bitcoin.
we've covered them buying Bitcoin. We've covered the fact that he wants all American energy companies to mine Bitcoin. Have we covered that?
I don't know, actually.
Have I mentioned that, Yikes?
No.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think. Hold on.
I think
I'm not sure. I recall
yeah.
somewhat similar. We talked about.
So basically, that he's going to produce a plan where you have Bitcoin miners, but also there's a chance that they will subsidize energy companies if they use excess energy to produce Bitcoin. So he wants all of the Bitcoin in the world, as much of it as possible, to be mined in America. That's his goal. So as well as buying it all, he wants it all to be made here. So he literally wants to take Bitcoin and put a stamp on it that says made in America. That's what he wants to do. And once that happens, the entire world is going to go and buy Bitcoin. In terms of countries, they're all going to go and buy Bitcoin. It's going to happen. Maybe in about 2 years' time, 3 years' time, but it's going to happen. So that's another thing to bear in mind. We've talked about Cynthia Lummis. We've talked about interest rates are going to come down. We know that.
This might have a bit of a strenuous link, but certain conflicts ending due to his empowerment will help crypto. Because obviously, I don't know if you've seen, Trump is elected and will be put in power. I believe the Ukraine, that area, I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. I don't know if Ukraine, that's ending.
Yeah.
The other place
is also
ending.
About ceasefires, which is always
China
positive.
wants to get more involved with America.
Yep.
Another place wants to get more involved. Basically, everyone who had conflict with, literally like a couple of days ago, is all going, oh, we don't want to have conflict anymore. Trump's in power. We want to talk to him. So I think obviously it might not be directly related to crypto, but once those actually officially get announced to be ended, or there's actually positivity coming into relationships between America and China, or America and this, that, the other, I think that will definitely help crypto as well. Again, I mean, I think that the results of Trump being being elected, not only is there a first, a foremost pump in Bitcoin, I think there's a secondary effect. I think there's even, tenary, the third effect. I don't know, there's no different word for it. Third effect. But because there's so many different aspects which I think Trump's going to help in, which is going to make Bitcoin pump. So I think we're going to have many, many different pumps, not only from him, America buying Bitcoin, not only him being pro-crypto, but for wars ending or conflicts ending as we continue in the next 4 years. Yeah. So I think it's positive from here.
Yeah. I mean, there's loads of more things we can talk about to be bullish on crypto. BlackRock own a very large percentage of most of the biggest companies in America. They're all coming up to have their AGMs, their annual general meetings. Microsoft has, there's a shareholder has tabled a motion for Microsoft to buy Bitcoin as part of its treasury. BlackRock will try and push that through, because what will they hold? They will hold the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. So all of that side of things is going to be pushed forward by a more positive SEC. So that we could talk for the next 6 hours about all the different ramifications of Trump being in power. But the main ones are, of course, he wants to buy Bitcoin, he wants to make the Bitcoin, and he's got people around him that all hold Bitcoin. So again, all of our Christmases have come at once, as far as I can see.
100%. I think crypto is definitely going to be in the force. I mean, it's not going to be the in the line of sight for America fully, but I definitely think it's going to be in the forefront for America in the next 4 years, keeping crypto in mind, as it's such a common denominator between everyone big in the government, obviously in the next 4 years for America. obviously Trump and Elon and their relationship with pro-crypto, as Kabir is saying as well. There's so many different links. Like you mentioned, there's so many different links between Trump and the government and crypto that it's going to be quite hard to go down, I think, in the next 4 years.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Do we sell in November, or do we just keep holding? Because Bitcoin, is that going to detach from crypto and stay going?
That's the thing, because there's so many different things happening solely related to Bitcoin outside of Ethereum, Solana, and the rest of the market. Where obviously the main kind of idea is Bitcoin does its thing and the market follows. Bitcoin is kind of the market leader. So again, if something positive happens to Bitcoin, it's going to happen to the rest of it. But if Bitcoin gets so isolated in its positivity with everyone buying, I think especially with America buying a Bitcoin over the next couple of years, that is so directly related to Bitcoin. Again, it will pump the market, but I think that's more of a what's the word for it? Like a numerical
endorsement as well.
Yeah, a numerical endorsement of Bitcoin, where it's going to tightly relate to Bitcoin rather than anything else. So, like you're mentioning, is this going to be a bit different than last time with this bull run? Is November really going to be the end of it?
Possibly not. We don't know, do we?
Change. We'll see. I'm just reading the chat.
Anything in chat? So, from what we've said today, while you're checking chat, from what we've said today, Yikes, has that given you a more bullish outlook on Donald Trump and Bitcoin?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of new things for me. Something I never heard of. Didn't know about that Trump tried to do like such thing as with the Bitcoin miners. Like something new, I never heard of it.
Yeah.
And I think 150, we're close to 150.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Very, very soon.
I hope so.
Yikes, do you know, is there someone with the name of Villain Bear on your streams? Villain Bear.
My stream is completely destroyed. My shots.
Because Kabir is saying, Yikes knows me as Villain Bear on his stream. I didn't know if there was a bit of a thing there.
Maybe they know each other.
Maybe. I think that's. I mean, the only other thing I can see is Kabir was saying, relating back to people get hacked. Most wallets get hacked via NFTs that say you won and click to claim the rewards. Yeah, there's tons of that, especially with a lot of the Orca. I personally, anyway, I got a ton of different. The Orca one where you stake a lot of Orca claims. But yeah, that's definitely a big avenue. Again, relating back to people not understanding and not people not understanding, but I think people not being educated, like people not getting educated to begin with.
I mean, it is tricky. It's so hard to avoid it that
especially when it's literally given to you, like, oh, here's this NFT, go to here. It's like you're not accidentally stumbling upon it.
Exactly.
It's directly to you.
Exactly.
It's a hard world out here, for crypto. But,
have you ever got scammed like this? Like, have you ever clicked on this phishing link?
I don't think so. I had a wallet which had nothing in it, which I think was connected to something which got hacked, not on my own volition. So I think I had a wallet which had $2 in it, which got $2 got gone basically. But I think it was a hack. It's one of the biggest ones actually, where it was a hack.
It was the Jupiter one, wasn't
something
it?
like that, where it wasn't based on what I've clicked. It was based on a different. It was based on the contract being hacked, so it was a different thing. But I've never really lost money being hacked. I've always thought about it. I've never really. What about you, Yikes? Have you ever lost anything being hacked?
Never.
Like you?
Nope. I once lost my seed phrase.
Classic.
Which I didn't lose. I must have written it down and then somehow created a different wallet. And then I lost about 1,000 Matic and a little bit of beefy token. That's the worst thing that's happened. That's been my fault. I was in Celsius. I don't know if you're going to count that. That went down. I was in Luna. That went down. And I got out of FTX 3 days before it collapsed. And I got out, funnily enough, because I watched BitBoy Crypto.
Wow. And
he said, CZ is going after FTX, get your money out. And I withdrew all of my Bitcoin from FTX. So that's the closest I've come to being, or losing money in crypto.
Right. Well, had pretty good,
Okay.
careers.
Hey, technically, I never got like scammed like this.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
I mean, we were sponsored by Wonky, weren't we? We've got the wallets. That's a good place as well. Cold wallets, different story for a different day.
Yes.
Cold wallets are very important as well.
Yeah, exactly. If you can master how to use a cold wallet and not lose it, then that's probably the safest place for you
Drop
to
it
keep
overboard
crypto.
when you're on a boat or something like that.
Yeah, you don't want to lose it over a boat.
Exactly.
We can talk about cold wallets, like if you want to, like on the next stream, and we can do a giveaway of like a couple of them.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if we can get some sponsorship for that, we can absolutely do some giveaways. I think would be.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely do more AMAs on different topics. That'd be great, and get some sponsorships for that. Individually. Yeah, I think we've thoroughly gone through the politics of America today and how it relates to crypto. I think we've done a really good job, actually.
I don't think it's been too bad, Yikes.
It's been really good. I think
for
really
the first one, it's not gone too badly, I don't think.
It's great.
It's fine.
Okay, well, next time we'll make it better. Don't worry.
Yeah, you guys doing good. Like, I'm not really.
No, it's been good conversation. It's been good flow.
It's been fine, Yikes. Good questions, good back and forth.
Exactly. It's not
good conversation.
No, it's been good.
It's been good. It's been good. But yeah, anyway, thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
To your channel and streaming on your channel. Thank you very much. Thank you to everybody on our YouTube that's been watching us. And I imagine we'll try and set another one of these up in the next 3 or 4 weeks and maybe do cold storage wallets, or we talk about security on the next stream or something like that.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. Thanks for coming, and hope we'll have another stream like in a couple of weeks.
Hopefully, that'd be great.
It's been fun.
With some giveaways.
Huh?
With some giveaways.
Yes. Yeah, giveaways would be great. Yeah, it'd be great to do some giveaways.
That would be good, and we'll do it. We're happy to do it on YouTube, and if you're happy to do it on Binance, then I think that covers both angles. And of course, we'll try and work out the UI a bit better. For the next stream, so because at the minute nobody can see your face on our stream.
We'll
get that sorted. Don't worry. We'll get it all sorted for next time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm kind of impressed. Like even without boxes, we have 10.3 thousand views on Binance.
That's really good. That.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, it seems like people want it then.
Well, I think it's because Yikes is back. Yikes was
very true.
Was away for a little bit. Was it since July or August?
Oh, I don't remember.
It's been a long time, I think.
Yeah.
I think because I follow you on Binance, and I think it's been July. I think was the last time I watched one of your lives. So it's been a while. It might even be June. It was ages ago. But it's great to see you back. Binance needs people like Yikes to come on,
100%.
Talk about games, go to the conferences, meet people, stream from the conferences, and actually press the flesh, it's called, where you go and shake hands with people. We need more of you on Binance because you connect the faces and the names to the shows and to the project. So we can't see you go, Yikes, you've got to stay with Binance. We'll come and chase you down.
But I want to see you guys in some conferences. Like next one gonna be in the end of the April, talking 2049, and also
we'll try
Binance
next time.
Clubhouse.
Sorry, we're gonna get we'll get some good cameras. I'm gonna come over wherever it's gonna be. Hopefully we can meet and we can be each other's cameramans or whatever.
Yeah.
We can actually do something in person. That'd be sick. I think. Because we didn't have, we were nearly there for some of the latest conferences. We had the facilities just there, but obviously now we can actually go. So next time there's a big one, like you're saying, I'll be there for sure.
We'll
Amazing.
get to meet
We
up one day.
can also book a media room and just create some, like make a live stream or some
100%.
videos.
100%. That'd be good.
Like this.
Okay, well, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you,
This
Yikes.
is it for today. Yeah.
Do you want to do your outro?
Yikes' stream. Yikes can do the outro.
Yeah, I think you've got your stream. If I do your outro.
Mike. Let's Mike do this.
Okay, do the global outro.
Do the outro. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Yikes and Crypto Warehouse. This is our first ever collab. We both stream on Binance as much as we can. Yikes is now back on Binance. So Yikes, go and follow Yikes on Binance. Go and follow us on Binance. Go and follow us on YouTube. And I want all of you to pester Yikes to get his YouTube channel up and running, which he needs to go and do. We will try and do more of these, maybe do one a month of these. We'll try and pick some topics. Maybe we'll try and do some token giveaways or wallet giveaways or whatever else it might be. So make sure you stay subscribed to Yikes, subscribed to us, and we will probably both see you Monday or Tuesday next week. If not, have a great weekend. This has been the first one. There's been some teething problems at the start, but we got there in the end. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.